Hello and welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday. Well, it'll be Thursday when this hits. Today I'm going to be reviewing the film Nuns, an Italian horror story from the distributor Bayview Entertainment, which they were very kind enough to send this over to me. It's from director Giovanni Aloisio. Three nuns live in an old convent, which have been converted into a guest house. Young Bruno is staying with them, acting as a caretaker. He does his best, but the convent is so large that it requires the assistance of a housekeeper, and they soon hire Helena. She's now a mute housekeeper. She suffered a very traumatic ordeal as a child to do with incest and her father kind of like getting after her and whatnot. Uh, and then later sees that her father was murdered by her mother, which is, obviously very traumatic. A beautiful woman who Bruno falls in love with, despite the consequences. The nuns begin to treat Helena strangely, not accepting her presence in the home and her effect on Bruno. Soon, a university professor, Giuffretti, decides to investigate the strange origin of the convent and comes to spend the night with the inhabitants of the guest house and his two sons. From horror to mystery, Nuns cast its spell in a gorgeous cinematography. Jeez, I'm butchering that word. Cinematography, in other words, style reminiscent of the Italian horror classics of Dario Argento, Mario Bava, while embracing brave new ideas of terror. This comes in an Italian-speaking language with English subtitles, and I apologize about my dogs. It's like the second time I've tried to do this review, and they start barking. But yeah, it may be inspired by those directors, but I kind of got a little bit of a John Carpenter vibe in here with the nun, with the convent and whatnot. It kind of felt a little bit like it was trying to be a little bit in the vein of like Prince of Darkness a little bit, with like the hallway shots and stuff, with like the kind of like the cathedral of in that movie. But yeah, I mean, it's not on that level for suspense and whatnot, obviously, but I kind of got that vibe, and it definitely has John Carpenter inspired music. It stars Mattia, Galantino, Agata Paradiso, and Caterina Orlando. And it's currently playing on Screenbox TV and Amazon Prime. Just trying to think if there's some other stuff that you might want to know. It definitely was a fast-paced film. I was expecting it to not be in the vein it was. I kind of thought it was just going to be more or less about like nuns and like an evil spirit or whatever, but it was more like a giallo film within the monastery, and like I wasn't expecting that because the cover totally doesn't imply any body count of that kind of nature. But it currently has an official official site of this film. It's also known as Nun, the movie, as well. It came out on November 11th, 2020. And like I said, you can catch it on a couple streaming services currently available. Its running time is about an hour and 41 minutes. I don't know much about this director, but what I did, what I've seen thus far with this movie, Nuns, an Italian story, very has me very much intrigued to see what comes from his directing style. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could say. Currently widescreen presented. Like I said, it has an Italian speaking language, but yeah, give this a chance. Don't judge a movie by its cover, because you'd think it's all about these nuns, and it turns out it's quite the opposite. I mean, it is. There's a bit of a twist at the end I did not see coming, which was really cool too. Apparently, this film and all the witch rituals in this were shot in a pub, in a book, and in a bookshop. They did a very good job of disguising that. But yeah, that's my review for the movie Nuns, an Italian horror story. Go on, head on over to those streaming services and check that out. And I'll be back again next week with my final Bayview Entertainment title they sent me, which is Suite 313. It's actually a special edition from them. Uh, it contains a soundtrack CD, which is really cool. It's the first time I've seen that since they've sent them over. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about Gary's Movie Crypt. I deal in strictly horror generally, but I have thought about delving into different, genres and whatnot. But have a happy Thursday, and I'll see you back here at the crypt. And uh, probably down the road, I'm probably going to have an unboxing of some sort. I keep saying I'm going to have an unboxing and I go with a review, but probably in a couple weeks, I definitely will have an unboxing. But have a good Thursday, and I'll see you back here at the crypt next week. See you later. Bye.